electrify zombies in an area from very far away.
In a weird way, going back to this location, the Siberian facility, it's bringing the characters full circle. It's, you know, they've been trying to escape from the cycles that they've been in ever since they broke out of Blood of the Dead, but in a lot of ways they have to just keep confronting their past.
The best thing about the different maps is working with all the fractured timelines and all the associated narrative with it. It's always great when the fans try to piece together kind of what we're doing.
Been on this wild
الو
for zombies for so long. It's been over a decade of making zombies, and to see the Ether story finally come to a conclusion, it's pretty emotional. There's been so much, so many ups and downs, so many different maps.
السلام عليكم. مبين صوتي يا عيال؟ Hello.
Pretty exciting for fans and the hardcore zombies community to really experience this final map for us.
As the curtains are coming to a close, I suppose
Hello. دقيقة
the
شوي.
final message I would say is, you know, first of all, to the team. If I've received any success through all this time, it's because I've been.
يا عيال الصوت مبين؟
And so the team have never let me down in any endeavor we've done over the past 10 years for zombies, and it kind of chokes me up together.
جيسون.
because they rocked and rolled through the whole thing.
يا أخي أخاف الصوت يطلع مو مبين. دقيقة شوي.
Turned out amazing game content, which each and every one of them can be incredibly proud of.
A big thank you to all of our zombies fans and the whole community out there. You guys have been along for the ride on this one through all these different maps. You've been there the whole time.
A huge kind of heartfelt thank you to each and every member out there. All of their opinions.
يا عيال قاعد يودعون الزومبي هذا بس ثواني خليني أتأكد إن الصوت يشتغل عشان ما أجيب العيد.
Here with us in studio today to
Jason.
talk to us about all things zombies and to catch us up on what to expect with Tagged or Toten. We've got
Hello.
the lead writer, Craig Houston. Craig, thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure, John. Good to see you.
اوه احنا نبدا في
You too.
الزومبي.
Okay,
اوكي
there's a lot to cover
اوكي. السلام
here.
عليكم.
Yes,
بسم
this
الله
is
الرحمن
the
الرحيم. السلام عليكم. كيف حالكم
Yes,
شباب؟
fine.
معكم زين مستر كلوزو. بث
Bring us
مباشر
up to
جديد.
speed. Recap the
ثواني. البث هذا تريارك حيتكلموا فيه عن الماب الاخير الزومبي تاجدر توتن. ادري شوي طولت، راحت علي فتره قاعد اتكلم في جيسون ما سمعت ولا شيء عشان قاعد اتاكد من الصوت كل شيء. المهم انه حيبداون في الزومبي الحين، حيتكلمون عن الماب، والماب اللي يسال متى راح ينزل ان شاء الله راح ينزل الماب بعد ساعه اتوقع.
major
قالوا بعد
events
ساعه
that brought us to this moment.
3 and that whole storyline with collecting souls.
فراح
and
يتكلموا.
stuff.
احاول
We
اشرح
now
ايش
have
قاعد يتكلموا.
Primus Nikolai in charge with a full knowledge of what lays in store for them, taking the characters on yet another journey into what's the unknown for our fans, but is all in Nikolai's head now. He knows where we're going.
All right. Well, if you could kind of explain to our
يعيش القصة طبعاً
why
حالياً.
this, why here, why now. It's my understanding that the comic book series has really kind of helped set us up to help bring us to this moment. Give us a little bit of that context.
Yeah, the comic book series, if everyone remembers this fun one, which we did years ago, and that is
كوميك
kind
حق
of
الزومبي هذا
instrumental
حق
for
شخصيات
setting
ترانزيت.
up a lot of the story that we're going to be exploring in the new map. We have the reintroduction of the Victus crew, who've been sitting in ice at the end of the comic book. In Alcatraz, people will remember seeing them in their little pods in Blood of the Dead, and of course people speculated as to whether they would get out of the pods. And as people have now seen, they have indeed gotten out of the pods. And they are once again acting as, you know, agents for Richtofen and Nikolai in particular. Poor Samuel Stillinger still got the blessing of hearing Richtofen in his head, which is always fun. But the characters are being guided a little bit by Nikolai because he needs them to go certain places.
نيكولاي اللي
and
يبغى
achieve
شخصيات
certain
ترانزيت.
things for the benefit of everyone. And why this place?
ويت
Well,
ما فهمت.
talk about things coming full circle. We're going to the Group 935 facility in Siberia that was where
أيوة.
so much of our story really began with the original test subjects.
Right. So I had that a little further down on my list. I wanted to come back to the importance of the 935 group.
Yeah.
Anything you want to touch on now?
I guess one of the, like I say, much like we did in Alpha Omega, there's a lot of elements that have been sitting in the story that people kind of need some closure on, or also some dots connected. Going to this Siberian facility is going to allow us to do that, because Group 935, as I say, that's where they did some of their most nefarious work. And there are people and there are objects in the location that are going to be essential for Nikolai to achieve what he knows he needs to achieve.
Yeah. All right.
يا اخي قاعد يلحس مخنا هذا بالكلام.
Whenever we during our
قاعد يتكلم عن
last
القصة
live
بطريقة
stream for Alpha Mega, we talked a little bit about the writing process.
Yes.
And I just to kind of give people an idea of the brilliance that is lodged between those years.
المهم انه شخصيات ترانزيت راحوا لتاجدر توتن الماب الجاي احنا نلعب فيهم من امر من نيكولاي يعني مو من اكتوبر. يعني نيكولاي يعرف انهم موجودين هناك.
Like everything else, this is a team effort and there's a huge number of people that work on it. And for 10 years
نورين اللي
there's so
اشتركوا في
many
القناة.
elements building between our design departments, our audio departments, our art departments, our narrative department. But the heavy lifting part of it, and this is something I don't know if people really understand when we do these Zombies DLCs, is within the space of around 3 months, we have to write and record an entire script.
What does 3 months worth of work look like, Craig?
In the case of Alpha Omega, that was 3 months of work. And you know, these aren't blank pages, these are just solid.
يقول هذا الدفتر كله الشغل حق ما بس ألفا أوميجا.
That was a nice sound. Because we mentioned it last time, the sheer volume of writing work and recording work that went
والله
into
تعب.
it. Because of the nature of Zombies, I don't think people realise what 5,500 lines looks like.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It also looks like bags under my eyes and considerable stress, but it's all driven by passion and love.
But whenever you talk about sort of numbers of lines, there are probably no weightier lines than the ones carried this time. Probably some heavy-duty material to cover.
Yeah, I think at the end of the last stream I actually said, I've got to run off and finish it. I was kind of in the middle of it, and I'm now through that entire process, and it's been quite the ride. I'm very, very interested to see how everyone reacts to it, because again, as we did with Alpha Omega, we're doing something a little bit different this time. For the map, as people should know by now, we're going to be playing as the Victus crew, which is great to bring them back. You know, as I say, we kept them on ice for a few years, wondering how and when they would return, but we always knew they would. But what's really fun this time round is Ultimus and Primus, they're not fighting zombies at the moment. They are actually in another location having a really good time. They're telling some stories, they're telling some jokes. There's going to be some truths come out, there's going to be some things revealed about both Primus and Ultimus that people perhaps didn't really know. They're even going to sing a song. You know, people have seen in the cutscene that yeah, they're having a drink and they're having a good time, and by God, they've deserved it after everything they've been through. So it's on for Victus to do all the hard work this time.
Well, speaking of
يقول راح ينكشف أشياء أو أسرار ما كنا نعرفها عن شخصيات بريمس وألتمس.
The intro cutscene, and so there are a couple things going on that will sort of raise some eyebrows for fans of Blood of the Dead, the Campfire, Frozen Forest. There's a lot to unpack here. Set this up for us.
It's all connected. As I said earlier, the location.
اللي حاب يدعم القناة بهالوقت الخرافي أو دعم مادي طبعا الرابط بالدسكربشن. آخر ماب زومبي كذا نبغى يعني تعرفوا كيف.
Wondered about for a long time, but really so much of what's tied into this location and its history. I mean, people.
آسف إذا ما قاعد أتكلم يعني مندمج مع البث معاكم لأنه مندمج مع تريارك أكثر قاعد أحاول أفهم القصة.
Documents of all these crazy experiments and the original map you didn't see any evidence of that really. You know, it was mostly a coastal area, but just as we did in Alpha Omega, this is a substantially larger play space, and people are going to be able to go to areas they've never been before, and in turn find out things they didn't know before and meet characters they've never met before. All the fun stuff.
Very interesting.
Interesting.
All right. We're going to have plenty of that today with
I just don't want anyone to call me that when all this is done. There'll be a few other names.
Right. Well, Craig, then with that, then let's roll the intro cutscene.
لا الانترو كاتسين لا عادي شفناه. الكاتسين حق الانترو هذا الأول. كاتسين البداية مو توقعت أنا بالثاني.
What? Are you serious?
ولكن دامجهم مع بعض.
No way. Dude, that's awesome.
أتوقع إنه شيء فيه هذا. خلوا على الكومنتات شوي.
My. Someone's been busy.
Your joyman pal asked if we wanted to live. This don't feel like living.
Calm down, everybody. Everything's fine. Or going
يا
to
أخي
be
المشكلة أنا استعجلت بدأت البث بسرعة والكومنتات مو طلع عندي بالشاشة الثانية ف مو عارف كيف أطلعها عشان أقدر أقرأ وأتابع نفس الوقت. متوهق شوي.
My friends, old and new, we stand on the brink of victory. Element 115, Group 935, the Celtic Scourge, the MPD, the Apothecons, all of it will soon be gone.
المهم بالبث قبل شوي ما تكلموا كثير أشياء يعني إنه تصدم وكذا. قال إنه حتنكشف أسرار جديدة. الماب حيكون منشئ لجروب 935. وطي الصوت شوي عشان أعرف أتكلم. حتكون منشئة لجروب 935 وفيها كثير أشياء جديدة يعني نكتشف أسرار ما كنا نعرفها من قبل. هذا اللي قاله يعني. ما شفت شيء هذا اللي يحمسنا إن نلعب الماب أو نكتشف شيء جديد. وعليكم السلام منور فرقاك. دكتور منتي ف الحين انتو يا عيال بس سؤال الحين صوت الشاشة يعني صوت البث ضابط مع صوتي ولا صوتي اعلى كذا انسق شيء؟ اوه الانترو دامجيهم مع بعض. ايش الحركة هذه؟ يعني قاعد اسألكم الصوت تمام 100%؟ ما في خلل بصوتي؟ صوتي مثلا اعلى بكثير او تبوني اوازن شيء؟ علق ليش في شيء علق؟ الحين اللي يسألني عن الجيم بلاي بعد هاي بعد الانترو هذا. الصوت كويس كل شيء تمام كل شيء زين ضابط. نقص صوتك شوي طيب. خل اوطي الصوت شوي. كذا كويس الصوت؟ وطيت صوتي شوي. اما عاد لا تقول صوتي متقدم كثير. خل اتاكد خل اشوف. يا عيال الصوت ما اشوف فيه شيء يعني مو متاخر. انا عندي ضابط الصوت يعني مع الفيديو. يقولون كويس الصوت خلاص تمام كذا الصوت خلاص. يلا بسم الله الحين حنشوف الماب من جوا.
I wish I did not have to ask this of you, but only you can do it.
600 مشاهدة منورين يا عيال كفو. ان شاء الله بعد البث هذا بنلعب الماب. بس نلعب الماب مع
Okay, so Craig, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time that we get all three crews together, right?
Together's a funny word. It's a really.
الحين صوتي كويس. قبل شوي كنت بعد فمي عن المايك. اتوقع كذا كويس خلاص.
Careful. Yeah, I mean they get to interact, which they've never really done to this extent. But it's a different thing to what we did in Alpha Omega. I mean, if all 12 characters had been playable, I think that would have been impossible, and the script would have been up to here, and I just wouldn't have been able to do it. As I say, it's a more fun thing to do, to give Primus and Ultimus a completely different environment to exist in. So you know, the fun thing through the quest is, you know, Samuel Stuhlinger, you know, he's always got Richthofen in his head. No one else can hear him. So that leads to some comedy, but you know,
أوكي
the
راح
other
نسمع صوت
characters are
ريكتوفن
actually
مرة
kind of
ثانية. ستوري نجح نسمع
directed
صوت
a little bit
ريكتوفن.
more by Nikolai. I mean, people who remember Black Ops 2 will remember that Maxis used to speak through radios and pieces of technology. There's a similar thing going on here with Nikolai as he tries to guide the characters through the main quest and yeah, get the thing he needs.
One of the things that I think is really interesting, and I think people would appreciate a little insight into,
الماب
is
تصميمه حلو ترى.
while all of us have a relationship with these 4 characters, you've also developed a professional working relationship with the VO actors that have brought them to life for so
لا
long.
الماب جديد كليا يعني في أماكن كلها جديدة.
So we've got what, Steve Blum as Dempsey, Nolan North, Richtofen, Fred Tatasciore, Nikolai, and Tom Kane as Takio.
Yep.
Talk about working with these guys for so long and kind of where we're at now.
Where we're at now, yeah, this is where it could get emotional. Where we're at now is a very, very interesting
أخي
place.
صوتك على الفيديو
You
مرة
know,
تقولون
we're
وقت
not
الصوت
lying
مرة
when we
تقولون
say
على
this
الصوت. طيب
is
وطي
the
شوي.
end of the line for Primus Ultimus and Victus. I'm really pleased, and I know the cast are pleased, that we've kind of gone all out on the last 2 maps. You know, we got all of Primus and all of Ultimus as playable characters, so they got to talk more than they ever did. And now in Tagder Toten, putting them in that different environment where they're actually just talking to each other and stuff, and like I say, telling jokes and stories, that was something that they really, really appreciated. I mean, the song in particular was quite a challenge. Just the sheer volume of material that they have to get through. It's
قاعد أحاول أحط أمل إنه هذا مو آخر
you know,
ماب بس
we've
قاعد
got
يقولوا
to
إنه
the stage
حرفيا
now
هذا آخر
where
ماب زومبي للإيثر.
they know the characters inside out. The story's very difficult for them to understand, obviously, because it's a bit complex. But they're so familiar with their characters that,
المكان.
you know, they had a lot of fun switching between Primus and
شالوه
Ultimus at
المكان
those
معروف هذا
sessions. You know, over the years we've done Comic-Con stuff with them and everything, and it's I've really got to know those guys, and the characters mean the world to them, and that's what's made everything we've done recently very, very poignant. I got a lovely text off Tom Kane the other day that brought tears to my eyes, because I knew there were tears in his eyes as he was writing it, but you know, as they say, all good things have to come to an end.
Well, to talk a little bit more about that end, we were able to catch up with each of the VO actors and to talk a little bit more about their roles in Tagder Toten.
In the early days, we didn't.
ده مؤدين الصوت حق الشخصيات. دمسي.
One of the first of our characters to speak.
شوفوا دمسي.
And so the sessions were short. It was just like a big burst of screaming, and we're in and out. And as we progressed along, there were more and more lines written for us, and especially in this most recent incarnation.
Nothing we've done compares to what we've just done. I mean, I've recorded tens of thousands of lines as Takio. Originally, Takio was almost comic relief. I mean, he was a very stereotypical character, as they all were.
Back in the day, when Tank was nothing but a meathead, yes, that was really fun to play. It was fun just to get that out of my body sometimes because I needed to. But the best stories for me are the ones where there's a little more depth, there's a little more exploration.
With the Alpha Omega map, the fans got more Richtofen than they bargained for. And as an actor, just being able to explore the 2 different versions of Richtofen with Ultimus and Primus, it was a dream come true. Ultimus is more ultimate. I know, I remember. Okay.
Going from very drunk, loud, angry guy to sober guy, and then becoming a leader was a really interesting thing. And to see that in the other characters, and that Richtofen hands over the responsibility to me, to Nikolai, realizing that Nikolai has to be the one to carry out these tasks. It was probably one of the biggest character arcs I've ever played.
The characters are much more than ever before allowed to just be themselves.
When we got to sit around as friends and actually reflect on this journey that we have all traveled, it was kind of a nice bow on a life well lived.
You know, I think Richtofen's journey through this world or worlds times, ages, whatever you want to call it. This, his whole being. It's been one of the most interesting projects I've ever had the privilege to work on.
Looking back on how the story has progressed, as Nikolai would say, all good and bad things must come to an end. And we really did need to have some closure on it. As sad as I am as a fan, and you know, we love doing this work, it's sad to say goodbye to it.
The changes that we've all gone through, at least for myself personally and professionally, have been surprisingly profound for a video game.
The different personalities that I was able to explore as an actor, the lines, the just amazing lines that we've got to say over 10 years. It's just been fantastic. So it's been wunderbar, as the doctor would say.
Watching these characters grow and change and interact, I mean, yeah, of course you get, you know, a little emotional about, is this the end?
I'm grateful to have been on this journey with my friends, and in life they are my friends too. It's a family. We are this amazing dysfunctional family, and I'm
طيب كيف حيواصلون يعني يواصلون قصة الفوضى مثلا?
All right, Craig. So having spoken to those actors,
yeah,
let's come back to your work with the Victus crew as well.
I know that was a really fun one, because I think all of them were a little bit surprised when they got the call, because it's been quite, you know, we kept them alive in the comic, well, kind of alive. We kept them in stasis in the comic book, and they'd been in early on the year. They'd done their stuff for Blackout, obviously, but I don't think they really expected to get the call.
Yeah.
So when they came in, it was really refreshing and fun to hear just how much is lived with them.
يا أخي ليش ما بات الزومبي صار كلها بالصبح؟
Stephanie that plays
تحس الجو مو زومبي.
she's like, yeah, this is a character I get asked about. This is in my canon kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was the same with Keith, who's Rossman, and Dave, who plays Stullinger, and Scott, who plays Malton. And yeah, it was a really fun energy, because we hadn't worked with them for so long. We hadn't really written them for so long. So I think that helped, you know, shake things up a lot.
Get the band back together.
Yeah, get the whole band back together.
Nice. All right. Well, for anyone that enjoyed talking to the Ultimus Primus crews, we will have a panel discussion featured by you. You had a chance to sit down with these guys and kind of talk through everything.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones fans will probably like a lot more than my silly old droning or Jason's cryptic nonsense or any of the other. It's nice for them to just see those guys as themselves, because they, as I say, they've been a joy to work with, and these characters mean the whole world to them. So yeah, it's very different to this kind of environment. You know, I'm wondering if there's things that they shouldn't have said that will watch last minute. Oh my goodness, because they respect their NDAs and stuff, but they don't know what they're allowed to say out loud or not.
It all gets
and Nolan in particular, you know, the ad libs that can come out of that guy's mouth make Richthofen look like a nun.
Yeah, they do. But that will be out in about 2 weeks. Carefully editing out some of those Nolan North gems.
Yes.
We'll use that in the outtake reel. So we've kind of gotten to a place where I'd love to ask you for any sort of like closing remarks, comments for fans. You know, it's a pretty momentous occasion.
Are we at closing remarks already?
Closing remarks.
I don't want to go. Really, it's, you know, on behalf of everyone who's ever worked on zombies, and that's a lot of people.
يقول هو بنفسه مستعد للنهاية.
Years. I'd just really like to thank the fans for all their support and love over the years, because this has been the greatest professional experience of my life. I'm very, very proud of what we've done, and I hope that the community gets the closure that they deserve, shall we say, because going back to things like that stupid script, we've given it our all. We really have.
Yeah, well, it's been a lot of memories. Like even just being able to like join the VO crew at Comic-Con and you and Jason last year.
أغلب الكلام قاعد يتكلمون مو عن الماب نفسه، أغلب الكلام قاعد يتكلمون عن نهاية القصة.
Absolutely.
كيف بيودعون القصة من ايش.
So with that, I believe that we brought our gameplay trailer for Tag der Toten.
Tag der Toten. It's funny, isn't it? Tag der Toten. You know how we started with Nacht der Untoten? Language is an amazing thing, John.
Words.
Words.
Words. With that, here's our gameplay trailer.
هذا شفناه أتوقع.
I think I understand. I know why
آخر عرض نزل. لو خلص البث أو خلص دور الزومبي فبسكر البث.
Of course this would happen to us. Calm down. They're here, just like I dreaded it. They're here. Hold still, scum sucker. The madness is nearly over, but one thing remains.
After having covered everything that is undead, it is time to cover multiplayer, and to do that, we are joined by senior creative producer Miles Leslie and lead game designer Tony Flame. Gentlemen, welcome to the stream.
Thanks for having us, John. Always love to be here, John.
All right, Operation Dark Divide. And we're leaning.
هذا التريلر حق ما شفته.
Good versus evil. The world hangs in the balance. At any moment, one little push.
شوفوا يا عيال، في صورة نزلت قبل فترة. ويت. نزلوها حساب تريارك، حطوها صوت البروفايل. حاسبين الناس انه بوس حق الزومبي، وانا الوحيد اللي كنت عارف انها شخصية للملتي. شوفوا نفس البروفايل حق اللي حطوه تريارك امس ولا قبل امس، كنت عارف انه حق الملتي. انا حسبه بوس.
And you've fallen into darkness.
اوه مابكينو.
World hangs in the balance.
مابكينو هالصاروخ حقه لما ينطلق. شباب البث مقطع. عيال مقطع البث ولا؟ في شيء البث يا عيال ولا؟ خاف اكمل ويكون مقطع. انا اشوف انه ما في شيء. طيب نكمل. شوفوا هذا مو صاروخ قاعد اسنشن ولا يتهيأ لي؟
And you've fallen into darkness.
أسلحة جديدة فيه. هذا شو ايش السلاح هذا؟ السكنات ترى كثير حلوة، أحسن من سكنات السيزون الماضي. صار قبل جمب دبابة. ما يهمني الصراحة بلاك اوت، أبدا ما لعبت الصراحة، أبدا من جد ما لعبت.
I will help you understand what power truly is.
يا أخي حرام جيسي ما كان موجود
Story is
بالبث.
kind of built to a certain point. It's also the place where we give you a couple of zingers. That's a place where we challenge the community, and this being the very end of the Ether story means we got a surprise in store for everyone.
So when players get to Tag der Toten, they're going to immediately recognize.
والله كان لازم يكون بالبث. أقسم بالله جيسون لما يتكلم شيء ثاني.
It's the end of each arc, right? DLC 4, your expectations, your story is kind of built to a certain point. It's also the place where we give you a couple of zingers. That's a place where
كلامه هذا بس اللي قاعد يتكلمه حمسني. والله كان لازم يكون موجود بالبث.
Higher than that, and the sense of verticality.
ما اتوقع حكمل، ما حكمل المالتي، ما ابغى انا اكمل المالتي الصراحه. انا يهمني الزومبي بس، هو مو لانه ما احب المالتي، لكن لا خلينا نرجع على حساب تريارك. وينه؟ ابغى اشوف العرض. ايش اسمه؟ اوه ريزر باك. ويت
This weapon.
هذا سلاح جديد ولا الريزر باك؟
What is this weapon? This is new. Oh my God, Tony, what is that weapon? This is the Echo Hawk assault rifle,
لا جديد.
which has it's a very heavy assault rifle. It's actually got 2 barrels, so it's got a lot of firepower. At the cost of that, you're going to be it's going to be a little bit slower moving. It's kind of a
بلاك اوبس 3. طيب ابغى اشوف العرض. في شيء كم شيء لاحظته بالعرض ترى حق الماب. طيب خلينا نحطه اعلى جودة.
I think I understand.
شوفوا هذا، شوف الشخصية اللي حاطيها. ويت خل اوطي السرعة اقل شيء عشان نلحق. شوف تعرفون مين هذا؟ اكتبوا بالكومنتات مين هذا، راح اقرا كومنتاتكم اشوف اللي يقوله صح. لا انا مو متاكد، بس في واحد ببالي انا، وانا حاسس انه هو هذا. فاللي يعرف الشخصيه اللي ببالي بالكومنتات حقول اسمه. خلينا نشوف مين راح يعرف مين هذا. عين التجارب. اتوقع لازم تعرفون مين هذا، يعني عشاق قصه الزومبي والفاهميها يعرفون مين هذا. البث متأخر ولا كيف؟ ولا انتوا ساحبين على سؤالي اصلا؟ اكتوبن دمسي ما اعرف. نيكولاي اول واحد جاوب. مجودي المكسيكي. ايوه بالضبط، انا هذا اللي ببالي. اتوقع هذا بابلو مارينيس يا عيال. اول مرة نشوف كذا شخصية، واحنا نعرف انه هو عين التجارب. كان جروب 935. في واحد يقول لي دكتور منتي. لا يا حبيبي، هذا المكسيكي بابلو مارينيس اتوقع، او على الاغلب. فمتحمس اني اشوفه، ان شاء الله يطلع هو يعني، لانه موجهين الكاميرا عليه فواضح انه هو. هنا في فزاعة مدري ايش وضع امها.
I know why I am here.
I know why I am here. صوت مين هذا؟ مؤدي الصوت حق ماكس اسمه؟ مو يشبه صوت دقيقة. هذا صوت نيكولاي ولا صوت ماكسس؟ دقيقة.
I know why I am here.
I know why I'm here.
I am here. Oh, why I am here.
يشبه صوت ماكسس مو؟ صوت مين هذا؟
Know why I am here.
I know why I'm here. يا ماكسس يعني، بس I know why I am here يعني موجود معاهم. ستولينجر بس صوت ماكسس هذا شوي كان.
I am here.
هالسلاح الجديد. اغرب سلاح شفته في حياتي، الوندر وافا ما ادري وندر واف تي جي 2 قدام جي مع السكافنجر. فكرة حلوة الصراحة، بس ما اتوقع حيكون سلاح قوي. هذا الهوائي، هاي المنطقة ما شايف فيها من قبل اتوقع. يا اخي ليش كذا مشيب؟ مو عاجبني ترى. شوف شكله كيف مشيب، حرام كذا خلوه مشيب والله. سباحة. المشكلة ما فهمت ايش قال. هذا صوت ستولينجر، اوكي مبين صوت ستولينجر. هنا في كتابات على الجدران، فودكا تونايت، مبين ان نيكولاي هو الكاتب. اتوقع لما كان يسوي تجارب عليهم ركتوفن كانوا كذا مجانين وقتها، لانه في هذا الماب، في وقت الماب وقتها كان ركتوفن الكبير قاعد يسوي تجارب على الشخصيات الكبار. اوكي هالمنطقة مبين عليها مهمة. هنا في هاي التسجيلات الصوتية و ما ادري ايش، اتوقع حتكون مليانة مي اول شيء، وبنضغط هالزر يمكن ونفضل مي، اتوقع الواضح. هذول عينات التجارب اتوقع 1 2 3 4 5 5. في واحد مكسور ما ادري، تحريات كرتة. هذا الماب نظرة عامة له. هذه القنبلة نسيت اسمها غريب، حترجع من جديد، كانت موجودة بالاسنشن.
The madness is nearly over, but one thing remains.
هذا ظل مين يا عيال؟ ظل اي شخصية بالله عليكم، مو مبين نيكولاي بريمس. شوف هذا الظل مو نيكولاي. والله مبين ظل نيكولاي. وهنا في شيء بعد، ركزوا على الارض. هذا ايش؟ هذه الثلج، مستحيل هاي الثلج، شوف كيف تحسها قطعة. وحتى يعني الكاميرا كيف كذا قاعد ينزلوها لتحت، مبينهم قاعد يورونا شيء اتوقع عن هذه، يعني صح انها تحريات كلب بس مبين انها شيء. وبس نزل اخر شيء خلص العرض. فيب هذا كان تحليل على السريع. ولا الكومنتات فيب اتوقع بنهي البث.
I mean, it just if once we could click over to seeing this is we've really it's all in, right? This is
الAN رجعوه. Let's go.
This guy, I mean, he, you know, Mr. Arcadius, he doesn't mess around with the money.
Fashion sense.
So these are where he would, you know, all the super agents in the world would be trapped. Of course, he's got his place. There's Dom point under there. So
مرة. فأتوقع الحين راح أنهي البث. خلي أتكلم معاكم شوي. أبغى أنهي البث عشان أروح أنزل الماب. يمكن يكون نازل الماب أو بينزل بعد شوي. لين ما أنزل الماب أرجع أبث لكم بث ثاني. ولا الكومنتات سريعة يا عيال. طق سالفة الطق رجعنا مرة ثانية يا ليل. ظل ركتوفن اتوقع. قول اسمي باسل الحامد. بس قاعد يقطع ولا قاعد يقول لي انا قاعد يقطع؟ طق العبها في البث. انا الحين بسكر البث عشان اقدر انزل الماب، وبعد ما يخلص الماب وبنزله برجع لكم البث ثاني واحنا قاعد نلعب الماب. يب طق يا ليل. والله شكلكم تبوني اسحب، خلاص بسكر ما بقرا تعليقات. اخ يا رب. بس ما تحسون كذا الحماس طافي؟ والله يعني بالنسبة خلنا اتمدد شوي ظهري. اوكي الحماس بالنسبة لاخر ماب زومبي مو بكذا، اتوقع لازم يكون اكثر. انا زمان اوه يلا الماب بينزل يا عيال وحماس، ما حاس الحماس اللي احسه من قبل. شو السالفة؟ في حد نفسي يا اخي؟ حتى الاول قاعد يتكلم واحسهم يبون يخلصون من القصة باي طريقة، يبون يخلصون من الزومبي. طبعا الحين كيف اقرا الكومنتات وانتو بس كلها طقطق؟ مستر كلوز اشوف البث حق تريارك كله مالتي، يعني عاجبكم تشوفون مالتي يعني.
We really started that on with the rocket and it was just a concept back then about
مهتمين بالمالتي يعني انتو؟
The sun is kind of hitting the top of the map and the top.
انا صراحة مو مهتم ابدا. بس غريبة ما في ميني بوس بالماب. والله حاس حتى النهاية حتكون تسليكية حق الماب. والله قهر لو كانت تسليكية وربي. بس يعني اكدوها 100% انه هذا الماب اخر ماب من جد لقصة الايثر، ما في طريق عودة للأسف. فيب بروح انزل الماب، اشوف اذا نزل كذا، وبعد ما ينزل الماب ويجهز برجع لكم بث مباشر جديد. وشكرا لكل حضر البث هذا. فيلا كان معكم اخوكم مستر كلوزة، ونشوفكم بالبث اللي بعده اللي حيكون ان شاء الله بعد ساعة ونص كذا برجع لكم من جديد. فخليكم متواصلين معاي، شوفوا متى راح ابدا البث. ويلا كان معكم اخوكم مستر كلوزة، وبيس يا حبيبي.